Oh wait, the camera is on this side? Yes. Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's the bottom.
Okay. I'm Chris.
I'm Kristen, and we are Keto in the Country. We are so excited to be back, you guys.
Thank you so much for everybody who wrote us and said they missed us. It's actually probably the reason we're back.
Right. We love when we surprise ourselves, and this is certainly one of those recipes that did that. It's so good. We seriously hope that you try this today. What better way to kick off our return than with a seafood gumbo? You guys, it's not just a seafood gumbo. It's an andouille sausage, chicken, and shrimp.
There are 100,000 recipes for gumbo.
Yes.
Today it will be 100,001 recipes because we put our own twist on things. Nothing is wrong when you do a gumbo.
Exactly.
Now, some of the earliest gumbos don't have roux. I think that's wrong. So
I think that's wrong. I feel like a gumbo has to have a roux.
It has to have a roux, but we have beautiful vegetables. It's gonna be delicious.
It is.
Yeah.
It's perfect for all of this cold weather that we're experiencing throughout the country. So we hope that you like it. Don't forget to stay tuned for the taste test. Let's do this.
Okay. Okay, so we used 3 ingredients that made this keto.
Right, and this is beef bone broth. It has wonderful minerals, and it is also organic.
Yeah, we always try to use organic. Okay, so this keto-friendly flour, it's a combination of keto ingredients. It has no grains, which we like.
And we also chose this seasoning because it doesn't have any MSG or unwanted additives, and it's also delicious. So we are going to fry up the andouille sausage here, and it just takes a few minutes. You really just want to get a nice golden crisp on it.
Yep, and set it aside. I hate slimy.
Yes.
I hate slimy okra, even in gumbo when it's supposed to be slimy. So this is optional. We just fried it up, made it a little crispy just for me.
Right. And now with the bell peppers, you can choose any colors you like, but Christy and I both agree that we don't like green, so we didn't add green.
So we have 1 orange and 1 red.
And now, of course, we put celery in any kind of soup.
About a bunch of celery. Then this is the green onions.
Mm-hmm. And we're just going to let those flavors marry. We're just going to go ahead and cook them until they sort of soften. And then we forgot to add the garlic at the beginning. So there it is.
And it tasted no different.
Right.
We added half a cup of the bone broth.
And we're just going to set that aside.
Okay, now the most important part of this whole dish is roux.
Yes.
Here you can use butter. We used olive oil. We sprinkled the keto flour.
And a roux is really important because you want to get a dark, deep, golden brown.
Just very rich, and you can see how the color is changing here. Now with this keto flour, since it does have coconut flour in it, you have to watch it because it will burn very quickly.
Yes, and normally you said it takes, what, about 10 minutes?
Yeah,
here
10 to
it took
15 minutes.
about 4.
Yeah, it was very quick.
And so now we're going to add the bone broth to that. That's the remaining bone broth. And look at that deep, beautiful color.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So we added a can of organic tomatoes.
Yes, and if you wanted to use fresh tomatoes, you could. But here we need tomato paste. So this is 2 tablespoons of that, if it'll ever come off that spoon.
We tried to get tomato paste in there. And just give it a quick whirl.
Yep. And you want to bring it to a boil and start adding all the goodies.
Yeah. So there's the okra. There's our chicken. You can also use rotisserie chicken. We made our own chicken and just cut it up.
Right. And now we're adding the sausage and our vegetables. And lastly, we add the seasoning. So here you can really use as much or as little of the Creole seasoning as you like. We liked a lot.
We used 4 tablespoons and it was delicious, but
Yes.
Kristen and I were the only ones that could eat it.
Yes.
So you might want to start with 2.
And now the shrimp cook quickly, so you just add them in right at the end, and then your fresh parsley, and they cook super quick right in that broth, and they're going to be tender and juicy.
And so there you go, a beautiful pot of very easy gumbo.
So for those of you who are new, we taste test all of our recipes on screen, and some of you like it, some of you don't. But
Yeah.
we continue to do it.
No, we've been told to keep our mouth closed, but I think more people like our taste test than don't.
Yes.
And we certainly like it.
It's so that you can get our true reaction, because honestly, this is the first time I've ever made gumbo. I've never made gumbo on my own before.
I just made it a couple of times. So, you know, we'll see. We have not tasted this.
No, we have not. So it may need more salt. If you know us, you know we salt everything.
That much has not changed. Go ahead. The great thing about gumbo, it seems like such a complex. Is it good?
Yes. And it has a kick that I was not expecting, but a good kick. Not a kick like your mouth's on fire. Taste it. You have to.
Okay.
But the nice thing about it is that there are no rules with gumbo. Just like I think there are no rules with soup. You throw in what you want. Right? It's surprising. We love when we surprise ourselves, and this is certainly one of those recipes that did that. It's so good. We seriously hope that you try this.
And we're back. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Don't forget to stay for the bloopers. The video.
Since we had to take a break, can I just quickly eat this?
Yeah.
I seriously think that's really good. I wasn't saying it just for the camera.
Oh my God.
Right? Guys, but it's... It was so fine until I did that. Okay. So sorry, I got so scared. It seemed totally fine to me.